I'm Jen. So, before we start, let's recall our experiences. How many times you failed to go on a diet or exercise every day? Or quit smoking, cut down on your spending? Well, you easily buy something just because today is a payday or diet starts tomorrow. So, well, we all have these experiences. And besides that, we often feel that stop working and get some free time even if there's a lot of things to do. So today I'm going to share my story and talk about how can you escape from these failures. So I'm not talking about some vague theories, but one practical way. So how to control yourself. It's tree diagram. So I'm going to tell you what it is and how to make it and use it. First, let's go to the 2017. So I'm sure that all of you know about the KICE, the Korea Institute for Curriculum and Evaluation. So there's 3 exams in a year, 2 mock CSAT and 1 CSAT. So I took 12 KICE exams for 4 years. And this is my test score. And so yeah, it's my darkest time. So I'm depressed, frustrated, low self-esteem. Yeah, that was me. So in 2017, I came up with several ideas to make my mind control and myself forget about the gloomy thoughts and concentrate on studying. So this was one of those ideas. So I wrote a quotes that I liked in this notes. So I made it because when I see the quotes, I can make me feel better and go back to study. So, but the point is, when I was really depressed, I even forgot to look at it. So I started to think about the solutions. How can I make myself to see this note? When I need this, what's the other way to cheer me up? Why am I depressed? Then suddenly I realized that I just repeat a few gloomy thoughts, and each needs a different solution. So I made the diagram. This is the half of the diagram, and I'll introduce you some of these. There's 2 main points: study and mind problem. Next. So study. For example, I'm not good enough. Other students are so excellent, but next please. No, I just have to focus on myself, and I'm better than yesterday. I'll just do my best. Or there's so many things to do. This book, that book. Oh, I'm so stressed, but I can do the important things first. Next. So next is mind problem, and I want to quit everything. I don't want to study, but I need to take some rest. And I like studying, but I hate this tedious life. So I just started my favorite subject first. Or I'm just exhausted. I'm just exhausted, or I eat some snacks, take a walk, and see the notes. So I called this mind control manual, and this really helped me to make me feel better and go back to study. Next, please. So why is it so hard to resist our desires and feelings? Because there's no good, specific, alternative behavior. Next, please. So we just surrender to our desires. I don't want to study, so we just see our smartphones. I want to eat this, so we just eat it because we are hungry. But otherwise, if we have some if we have some alternatives, we can follow our rules. Yeah. Next, please. So let's make our own manuals. It can be anything, and here's some small tips. 1. Immediately tell others. Go ask for help. 2. Implementable alternatives. Please think about the specific behavior that you can easily follow. 3. Include prize. There should be some happy moments because without it, you will easily worn out. So I'll explain more with some specific situation. So you're on a diet and you decided to not eat some food after 6 p.m. But in 8 p.m. your parents came back home with some new delicious looking food and say like, hey Judy, take some of this. I bought it for you. So what should you do? Yes, please. So first, you have to immediately tell your parents you're going on a diet and you have a rule that you will not eat food after 6 p.m. Even if your parents bought a food for you. And second, you have to think about how can I make the alternative behavior. So just eat 3 bites of it, whatever the food is. Or you can just drink a water because we often confuse thirsty and hunger. And third, include price means that if you suppress your appetite for 10 times, you can just eat anything for 1 meal. Such like that. And I want to tell you about the diagram. So it should not be just 3. This is my other manuals, and this is about cutting down my spending. And this is just like yes or no diagram. And this is for about diet. And I wrote about just bad consequences when I break my rule. And this is the good things when I become thin. Next. So, whether your willpower is strong or not, you can change yourself with your efforts. So, besides, you can only control yourself, but other people cannot control you, but only you can control yourself. So, please remember, specific alternative. Thank you. Now we have about 7 minutes to share our thoughts. And let's start our discussion from question number 1. What is your bad habit that you want to change or resolution which is hard to keep? Feel free to raise your hand.
I think my bad habit is eating when I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
Drinking, although I'm not really good at eating alcohol.
So why do you think you're drinking alcohol?
Because it feels good.
Yeah, that's really a good point. We often eat some foods when we are not hungry. So, any other thoughts?
Well, actually, I'm on a diet, but it's really hard to resist myself from eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.